Okay, so welcome to your second video for Java. So we already have our first class set up, so we're just going to leave it like this, keep it called first, not a big deal. So all we're going to be looking at right here is the difference between system.out.println. Line is represented by ln, both lowercase, and the difference between just regular print. Okay, so if I was to do print line, and then copy this again, do another one, you'll see that it prints them both separately like that. But if this was to be just prints, you'll see that they're printed together. So print line separates them so that they are printed on separate lines. There's another way you could do this also. It's called /n. This will also, oh, sorry about that, there you go. This will also print them on separate lines. So there's multiple different ways to do it, and they're both effective depending on what you're trying to do. Now for variables, there is multiple different variables. You have integers declared as int. So what you do when you're declaring a variable is you declare what type of variable it is. This one will be an integer, and you'll name it something, number. So this name right here can be absolutely anything you want, but you want it to be relative to what you're trying to do, so that if someone else was to look at your code, they would understand. So say you gave this a value of 3, and just so you know, everything has to be ended with a semicolon, unless it's an if or a for statement. We'll get to those later. So integer, and it only does an integer value. Now if you wanted to put decimal places to it, it'd be called a double. So we'll just name it number 2, and you can give it a decimal place of like 56. So that's how you put decimals. Now if you wanted to write text, you'd use something called a string. So here we go, we got integer, we have a double, and we have string. Don't worry, string won't highlight, so you don't have to think you did something wrong, but it does have to be capitalized for the S, otherwise it won't work. So now let's print this. And for when you're doing this, all you need to do is put the variable name into it. So you can just put number, and if I was to do that, it would just print out a 3. So it prints out a 3. Now if you wanted to say, for instance, you wanted to print like hi or something like before that or anything, you could do like 2 variables and do it like this, and use a plus sign, so then it'll say hi 3. But the thing is, any spaces in here, like I could put tons of spaces, but it won't count for anything because it's not enclosed in quotation marks, sorry. So this would still just print hi with a 3 right beside it. But now if I was to go like this, now you're going to get that giant space. See, so every single different type of variable or just plain text you're adding, they all have to be separated by plus signs. So like if I wanted to do plus spaces and then put the double in there, you go like that, and you're going to get hi, big space, 3, big space, 3.56. So that's how you say variables and print them out and stuff like that. And in the next tutorial we'll get more into how this could be used, printing them out, maybe even some more complex things like if statements or such and such. So thanks for watching.